Hey guys, welcome back. Now here in Chiang Rai, in my third destination in Thailand along my great journey. I've just spent a whole night on a shaky night bus. I'm going to stay here in Chiang Rai for a week, going ahead with my photographic project, even if it will be quite more difficult than in Ayutthaya. But I'm going to talk about it later, and for those who still don't know me, here is a little intro for you, and see you in a few seconds.
If you don't know me, I'm Pat, and my biggest dream is to make photography the meaning of my life. I'm also a synesthete and I can see the color of people's souls. In 2025 I dropped everything and left, and now I'm wandering around Asia to discover the most unique and particular hues and shades along what I like to call the Great Journey, showing what the world looks like through my photographer's eyes. I must start with the idea that I'm no longer in Ayutthaya. I want to continue with the same narrative axis, but obviously as the location changes, so does the spirit with which it is to be experienced and traversed, explored and analyzed, even if the philosophy clearly remains the same. I have now entered a vicious circle in which I am trying to analyze the behavior of local and non-local people, even in the simplest of actions, wondering how a body moves within a space.
I've seen Ayutthaya as a lived memory, and now I have to watch at Chiang Rai like a practiced rituality where the sacred is forced to live and mix itself with tourism becoming attraction. Now my focus is on people behavior and their relation with their spaces, and today I'm beginning from the usual daily routine life through the city.
I'm not looking for visual continuity, but rather continuity in the approach to my work, following a solid structure that can be developed and adapted through the great journey, documenting even what people ignore or struggle to visualize, this time searching for a sacred rituality that here is more active than ever.
For these first 2 days I'm just walking around the city, orienting myself and getting used to a new daily routine life, and looking for repetitions and habits and gestures of local people, trying to live the city like a real citizen. So let's have a first shooting around the city and let's go. I'm noticing that there are a lot of similarities with the big city of Bangkok, but just here is like a smaller village. For example, looking at this clock tower, it reminds me of the Wat Arun temple in Bangkok, and now I'm going over there on the street to take pictures, right, like the one I took at the sunset. For example, I love the way they usually manage the entrances of the streets. I'm missing this shot, that's okay, let's try again.
At the end of my walk, I realized how lively the facades here in Chiang Rai are. They are veritable shop windows, even if unintentional, where life spills out onto the street, where every threshold creates a close relationship between the interior and the exterior of buildings. And even when there are no people around, other elements take their place, and so waiting and absence also come to life on the curbside.
So now guys, it's time to go visiting some temples, and if you're ready, I'm super ready, so let's go! Today I'm taking you to the famous temples here in Chiang Rai, and of course I'm not here for them because I'm following the same axis of Ayutthaya. So I'm focusing on people living an active, sacred life. Of course, temples are not my subject, and they are becoming kind of a usual routine for me.
The Red Temple is one of the least visited attractions here in Chiang Rai. Everything is tinged with fire, and I began to perceive the silent sacredness hidden in the small details. It is a fairly isolated place, where I was lucky enough to watch a local band rehearsing, which only meets on Wednesday mornings. I spent 2 pleasant hours sitting with them, enjoying their not so well-tuned music, and the gentleman sitting next to me offered to take me to lunch outside the city, then accompanied me to visit some areas in the surroundings that were not on my itinerary. It was here that I got a small taste of the contrast between the clumsy behavior of tourists and the genuine and meaningful behavior of those who actually live in these places.
People instead are always a new discovery, and I'm here right to study a grammar of behavior, looking for people interacting the space, using it. I'm looking for pause, waitings and repetitions. We have to be honest and conscious that tourists are here just to create some noise.
The White Temple left me speechless, magnificently splendid of course, but I found very little sacredness here. Walking amid all that white, I sensed a sort of abandonment of the place to tourism, and I spent my time taking photos of people taking photos, an almost alienating repetitiveness, but one that is unfortunately real. People visiting a place with a single goal, to return home with their mobile phone memory full of photos to declare that they have been there, showing a place that very often takes a back seat, leaving room instead for the egocentric presence of the human figure.
I'm trying to go outside of the usual vision, making the difference, watching around with an unusual and different point of view that is really powerful, shooting at what people usually don't shoot. I'm not looking for perfect shots, but I'm looking for real ones. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, follow me for more content like this, and see you in the next video.
While at the White Temple I found out frenzy at tourism, at the Blue Temple I came face to face with a stark contrast. Devotees on the edge of the carpet praying towards Buddha mixed with tourists sitting in the center of the frame with their backs to him, mimicking his posture. It was an almost irritating image, so much so that I couldn't get a single good shot.
So the guided tour is almost finished. We are at the end of the day, and this is the last destination, the Golden Triangle. And you know, I don't really like these kind of experiences. I'm falling in love with slow life, and also along my travels, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for the slow life. And this kind of adventure is not the best for me, and probably is the last one I'm doing here in Asia. So let's come back to Chiang Rai and see you later.
From the very dark black house, where even the public bathroom is a work of art worth visiting without hesitation, we bounced over the Choi Fong tea plantations to taste 3 different types of oolong tea. These were quick stopover destinations, but luckily I managed to take home something good from all this rushing around.
Everyone goes to the current village for the same reason, the iconic long neck women, but I went there for something more. Because the right question this time is, what does it mean looking at someone that's used to be watched? Even if this village is really inhabited, I thought it was like a very touristic site, just for exhibition, like a real showcase, but it's not. By the way, I didn't go there for taking pictures of the rings following the system that they built, but I was there for looking at their eyes, observing their ritual lifestyles and in search of details. And of course I went there also for capturing what's happening around them, following my new philosophy and moving my focus from the subject. And the question that I had to keep in mind this time was, am I photographing them or am I photographing myself watching at them? And that, guys, made really the difference. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, follow me for more content like this, and see you in the next video, guys.
Here in Chiang Rai, I'm feeling very lucky because I'm meeting so many people that are so kind and gentle. For example, this morning I woke up and I had breakfast in the common area of the hostel, and I met a new friend that's from Bangkok, and today is taking me to the surroundings of Chiang Rai, and we are going with this.
I don't remember the name of my new friend, but I remember his color well. A very vivid yellow, somewhere between lemon and sunflower. He is a sunny, friendly, likable soul, with whom I spent a pleasant day touring the coffee plantation of Doi Chang, a magical place I would never have been able to visit without him. And as I finally drink a good espresso, I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that you can support the project by offering me one on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. There you can find all the articles about my trip and my superpower of synesthesia. I'm leaving you the link in the description. To end our trip out of town, we reached a farm overlooking the world, an unforgettable view, full of sheep free to roam among the tables of the bar. I missed the mountain environment, and I felt nostalgia for my beloved mountains at home. But in this paradise I managed to find the rituality I was looking for. I was looking for a sacred rituality, but thanks to the slow and carefree lifestyle of these sheep, I now realize here at high altitude that I should perhaps have focused more on the ritual sacredness of life. The more days go by, the more I understand where and what to look at as I travel through these places, but above all, I'm learning how to look at them. I will never stop repeating how fundamental vision is for a photographer, especially if their task is to document a journey. Experiencing places rather than visiting them, observing them rather than simply looking at them. And now, I can't wait to discover what Chiang Mai has to offer me.